open guard and the tripod sweep number 1. When we are sparring on our feet here, and we decide to pull open guard, we use foot on the hip. Once here, I am trying to break his posture by pulling the collar and pulling the sleeve, hoping that he will lean forward. But more often than not, we will find that situation where he tries to posture up, and most of the times he will step forward with one foot and he will stay on his side. Depending on what foot he steps forward, it will tell us which tripod sweep to use. Okay? If he steps forward at the side we are controlling the sleeve, that tells us to go to the tripod sweep number 1. Okay, from here, release the sleeve and grab the heel. At the same time, release the collar and hook his heel with your toes. See, my right foot is hooking his heels. Make sure to release the collar and push your foot on the hip. It will fall. By the time he's falling, you push your elbow. When he's trying to come up, you put your knee down and raise his feet. That will make it impossible for him to stand up. Then you stand up, pull up his foot. Let's take the opportunity to switch grips and step through, passing the guard. One more time. We will be on our feet. Okay, so make sure to have feet parallel. Get close enough to him so you can reach to the collar without extending too much your arm. Most times he will grab your elbow. Okay, he'll also grab your collar. You will grab his. That's the first grip you learn when on your feet. Feet parallel, controlling the collar, controlling the elbow. At Gracie Barra, we believe you should more often use foot on the hip at the same side you're controlling the sleeve. The reason why is because at the other side, as you go, this arm is free. He may push your leg away and controlling the belly or side mount. Feet parallel, walk close enough to reach to the collar. He'll grab your collar. He'll grab your elbow. You'll grab his elbow. Okay? Same side. As my foot goes up, I land on my side here. That's when he will posture up and turn on his side a little bit. This is the signal for the tripod sweep number 1. Controlling the heel, releasing the collar, hooking the heel. Push as he's falling, push your elbow. As he's trying to sit up, push your knee. When you bring his feet up, it makes it impossible for him to stand up. On your feet, switch your grips, and ready to pass the guard. Pulling to open guard and tripod sweep number 2. Let's see what to do now if he steps forward with the other foot. Okay? At this time, we will pull guard just like we did before, but the difference is that he is now stepping forward with his left foot. Okay, so I'm pushing with my foot on the hip, and he chose to step forward with his left foot as I'm trying to break his posture. He's also posturing up. Okay? Will release the collar, bring our foot in between his legs. And now we have to shift our upper body and our hips at the same time. Look, by stepping down, I shift my upper body. Now my left hand will control his heel. My right leg will sweep his heel, and I will release the sleeve. Okay? As he's falling, I'll post my left foot. As he's trying to sit up, I'll post my right knee. And as he's trying to stand up, I will be on my feet, making it impossible for him to stand up. Switch my grip, stepping forward, ready to pass the guard. One more time. On my feet, with feet parallel, elbows in, I bend forward a little bit, reach to the collar, he does the same. I grab the elbow, he does the same. Okay? The same side, I am controlling the elbow, foot goes on the hip. At the same time, my foot is going up, my hip is going down. And this time, he's stepping forward with his left foot and he's trying to posture up. I will be quick and releasing the collar to grab the heel, bringing my foot inside and posting so I can shift my upper body. Then I will reach for his heel, sweep with my right leg on the heel, release the sleeve, push foot on the hip. As he falls, I post my elbow and post my left foot. As he's trying to sit up, post my right knee, stand up on my feet, switch my grips, and ready to pass guard right here. One more time. We will be on our feet. Okay, feet parallel, elbows in, you bend forward a little bit. Reach to the collar, he does the same. Control the elbow, he does the same. The same side you have the control on his elbow, foot on the hip. At the same time your foot is going up, your hip is going down. Nice. At this time, he chose to step forward with the left foot. Then we will go for tripod sweep number 2. Release the collar, bring your right foot in between his legs and post. By using that foot on the floor, I can shift my upper body and my hips. Now I am close enough to grab his heel with my right hand, as you can see. My right leg is in a perfect position to sweep his heel. That's when I release the elbow. By pushing the hip, he will fall. I'm posting my elbow right away. As he's trying to sit up, I'm posting my foot and my knee, bringing his foot up, making it impossible for him to come back on his feet. On my feet, switching grips, pushing his leg away, ready to pass his guard here. The waiter sweep. We will start in close guard. Our partner will control both collars and stand up, hoping to break the guard. Okay, from here we will go. Let's break it down. Right after he stands up, the first step is to place a cross grip on his sleeve. Okay, make sure not to put your thumb inside. That's illegal. Okay, so thumb to the outside, controlling the cross grip. Then my left arm will go behind his heel. It's very important that you help yourself get close enough to his leg so your elbow will go behind the heel, okay? That's why we call that position the waiter sweep, because of the position of my left arm reminds of a waiter holding a trail. Okay, from here, we'll get him off balance. To get him off balance, just keep a tight hook behind the heel, continue pulling the cross grip on the sleeve, and use your hip. It's very important that you push your hip to the inside of his leg. The minute his knee points to the outside, he will fall. Look. As he's falling, very important that you open the guard. Okay, look at my feet. If you don't, someone may fall on your feet and hurt yourself. Okay, so you open as he's falling. You also sit up, post your elbow. As soon as you can, you post your hand. If you keep controlling the sleeve, you will make sure he cannot sit up and get on top again. Okay, if he tries to sit up, I'm controlling his hand, he can't. Now, you need to know how to place your foot. So as you go on top, you're fast on your transition. From here to the mount position. And I am talking mostly about my left foot. The right thing to do is to step near to the belt and to open your knee. You don't need to have your hip on his chest or your hip on his hip for now. You can kind of move sideways and then quickly adjust and bring your hip to his chest. When you have the mount, it's best if you slide your knees high to his armpit. This way, you will make it very hard for him to put his arms on a safe spot. Okay? One more time. He will stand up, cross grip on the sleeve. The strongest grip here is the one right at the beginning of the sleeve. Almost as if you want to put a boxing glove here. Bring your fingers all the way, okay? Then, when you try to hook the leg, you need your elbow behind the knee. To help yourself, you do what we call the shoulder walk. Look at the way I'll move my shoulders. That really helps. Side to side on my shoulders. So I got my elbow behind his heel. Now it's all on my hips. If you bump your hip up, you will lose power. It's very important that you push your hip to the side, getting his knee to open, his knee to face to the outside. Look. Open guard and posting. My left foot next to his belt. I am opening my left knee. It's a smooth and fast transition to the mount. Waiter sweep to the omoplata. At this time, let's say, my partner stood up. I did place my grip on the sleeve. I did place my hook behind the heel. And when I tried the waiter sweep, he kept a good balance. I will get deeper, meaning that my shoulder will go behind the heel, and then watch. Let's break it down. My partner will stand up, cross grip on the sleeve, hook behind the heel. He's keeping a good balance. I'll get my left shoulder behind the heel all the way so my left hand can reach further. And then my right hand will feed the sleeve to the left. At one point, I have both hands on his sleeve. His reaction will be to posture up and break my grip. That's why I must secure the collar. The minute I secure the collar, he cannot raise his head, what makes his right arm weaker. He will not be able to break the grip anymore. From here, let's go to the omoplata. Open your guard and escape your hip to the outside. Now my left leg will make a hook right behind his shoulder. My right hand is still on the collar, as you can see. I'm just trying to secure the position for now. If I need more weight on his shoulder, I lock my triangle. I am trying to be heavy on his shoulder so I can push all his weight forward. When it's time to push his weight forward, I will let go the collar and push. Okay, now it's time to accomplish the sweep. I will extend both legs, bringing most of his weight to his right shoulder on the mats. And now, just keeping my elbow tight on his leg, hiding my right arm, I should be able to roll his body over me. Here, I'm keeping my calves on his triceps and sitting my hip on his biceps. That makes a very tight lock. I'm doing that because a lot of times he will kick his leg down, break my grip, which is okay because if he tries to turn, this arm is secured by my leg. I'm still pulling up the sleeve. I have a pretty good control. Should be able to keep his back on the mats and work my transition to side mount, which is hugging the shoulder, sliding my hips down, right hand blocking the legs, chest to chest, establishing a tight side mount control. Okay, one more time. He will stand up, cross grip on the sleeve, hook the heel and try the waiter sweep at first. He keeps balance. Now, a little detail. I'm pushing this way. Suddenly, I'll pull him forward with my leg. Using this little detail, I got this arm at the position I need to reach. Now the transition to the collar, I'll do it fast. Open guard and hip escape. For the hip escape, I just use my right leg as a pendulum, which helps me move in my hip. Left leg hook behind the shoulder. Now, very important, right after the triangle, I will release the collar and make a bench press forward. I should use his momentum to roll. Look, he'll be pretty light right after my leg press. 1, 2. He will roll pretty easily. Okay, now, if he does not kick his leg, does not break my grip, I'll let it go. Controlling the sleeve. And I'll work on my transition to side mount. Double leg takedown without grips. We'll be sparring here on our feet.